What's up, guys? I'm in my studio right now. I want to talk to you guys about something pretty serious, mainly everything being about the coronavirus and how important it is to do the things that we need to do to make sure that we're not spreading the virus around to everybody if it's, not necessary. So I want to bring in my doctor, Dr. Nasiri. He wants to talk about a few things, and I'm gonna go live with him right now. What up, Doc?
Hey, Austin, how you doing, my friend?
I'm chilling, bro. How are you today?
We're staying home, staying safe today. We were in the office for the morning. So we're cutting
That's
down
right.
office hours to make sure that we protect as many people as possible.
Right. So yeah, I was just telling everybody about how important it is to take these precautions that we have to take because we don't want to start spreading it around unnecessarily if we don't have to. And I'm mainly talking to the younger generation because it's mainly my generation that's just so careless and they just don't really feel the need to stay home and want to, save lives possibly. So I know there was a list of things that you wanted to talk about. What was the first one that you were talking about to me earlier?
Sure, like right now, what's happening as of today,
Yeah.
4 states are now on lockdown, mandatory lockdown, which is please stay in your home, only go out for supplies, food, medical care, really limit your interactions with other people. It's not just social distancing, it's really limiting everybody's activity right now. In California, Illinois,
Yep.
New York, and soon most likely Florida as well.
Yep. And I know it's definitely hard because, we all want to hang out with our friends and it's like just because we know someone, it's like, oh, it's my friend. I know that they haven't really been doing anything like that and they're probably good. Like you don't always know if they're good. Like, some people don't show the symptoms. Some people might only have a few of the symptoms. So, as much as you want to hang out with your friends or hang out with your family members, you just got to just not do that right now, as hard as it is. We all want to be together, but in a time like this, we want to be together and comfort each other, but we got to just stay away.
Right.
And I think going out is a big one because especially down here in Florida, people just love to party, and I love to party. But right now is just not the time to do it, because you don't want to be that person that's just giving it to everybody. That's not cool. It's
Right.
not cool, and you don't want to be the one that catches it and then gives it to one of your friends or a family member, and then how bad are you gonna feel if you're the one that got sick because you were careless enough to just still go out and party, and then now your mom or dad or brother or sister is really ill. It just doesn't make any sense. It's not even worth it.
Absolutely.
What else was one of the things you wanted to go over?
Right. So how do you know, or what are the symptoms of coronavirus? And that's basically like, sorry, our phone going in and out. So main symptoms are cough, fever, and shortness of breath.
Right.
Now you can have cold symptoms independent of that, but generally what happens is you're going to have those symptoms in abundance, like you got hit by a brick. And then the main things are, how can you protect yourself? Number one, staying home, practicing good hygiene, and that's hand hygiene. You come home from the pharmacy, you change your clothes. I know you already did that today, Austin. Great job with that.
Yeah.
And then take a multivitamin every day. Make sure your immune system is responding. Get plenty of sleep, get plenty of rest. Make sure that you get some brain rest too, because you gotta protect yourself in this time of social isolation. We're actually social distancing, but we're not isolating ourselves. So we don't
Right.
need to stay isolated. Like, look, you're on live, and you're on with 1 billion of your followers who are showing their appreciation for that.
Right.
That's the most important thing right now, is to stay connected.
It's the most important thing. And that doesn't, we can still FaceTime, we can still call on the phone. Even if you have roommates, like as hard as it is, you guys are all going to meet up in the kitchen, but, you know, try to even, distance yourself from them too, as much as you can. I know it's hard, but, if you got a TV in your room, whatever, don't be afraid to just sit in your room and just binge watch anything that you've wanted to watch before, but you haven't been able to because of your busy schedule. So it's really not that hard, Like, I feel like it's weird because before this, like, everybody just wanted to stay home in general and not go to work and not go out and do things. And now it's like everybody just wants to go out. So it's like, just take the time. We got it. We're going to get through this.
And then it's going to be a couple of months like this. It's not going to be quick. It's going to be a few weeks, usually about 6 or 8 weeks to see 2 virus life cycles go through. Because right now we're doing all this to flatten the curve and protect everybody. And that's going to happen. Like, I'm going up the steps because it's going to happen stepwise. Because as we reduce the exposure of other people, we're going to reduce the number of people who are contagious. And when that happens, it's all going to start slowing down.
That's right.
But it's going to take another 3 or 5 weeks for all those people to get healthy and not infect our parents, our grandparents. And that, you got to stay confident and calm.
Yeah, that's the most important thing. Like I said, especially my generation, we're all young and dumb, but this is not the time to be stupid. Like, we can't be, possibly infecting the people that we love the most around us, because we would feel absolutely terrible if something happened to them because of, our carelessness. So, so important.
Right.
It really is. What else did you want to go over?
Just basically, like, how do you know when you have coronavirus? There are tests that will be out in the next few weeks because most of the tests have not been available. The important part is just making sure that we protect everybody as much as possible and minimize everyone's exposure. So it's testing with nasal swabs, nasopharyngeal swabs. If there are test kits you get that appear bogus, most likely they are. Because now, even at JFK today, they busted a bunch of people bringing in bogus test kits for coronavirus. And they're out there on the internet for $100, $300, $500 a kit because they're preying on everyone's fears. So please go to a good medical facility, not just some random place. And if you haven't heard about it and it hasn't been vetted medically, most likely it's not an actual test that's going to work. And no, because the worst thing is if you get tested, you think you don't have it, and you still spread it to your family, especially your parents and grandparents.
Yep. So, do you know when there's going to be like a lot more tests coming out? Because down here in Florida, like, there's not even any tests that we can go take. We're all just sitting around, like,
waiting.
Yeah.
It's going to be about 2-3 more weeks. We're going to start having drive-up places by the hospitals, but unfortunately it's going to have to be another couple of weeks because a lot of the test kits were made in Italy, and Italy is shut down right now. Our medical supplies coming from China. And then one of the biggest labs called BioFire was in the earthquake in Utah this week. So that delayed their production even more. But we're going to get through this. We're all going to be stuck in this together. I know that your generation, given the chance, always comes through.
Of course. But that's why I'm saying it's so important, because I heard that my generation is the one that's carrying it the most. Is that true?
Absolutely. About half the people in the hospital right now are from your generation. They're under 40. And that shocks everybody, but the FDA put out that literally that's why you also have to be careful, because so many of you are getting sick, but sick enough to get in the hospital, not just to have flu symptoms, but worse. And that's another really good reason, because you think it's not going to happen to me. And it's happened to thousands already.
Yeah. And even me, like, I'm definitely under the weather, and I'm sitting here thinking, do I have it? Do I not have it? I don't even really know right now. I'm kind of just in the dark, I feel like.
Right.
And that's what's so scary, because the symptoms are pretty much the same, right? Like, what's the difference between corona and the flu?
very little in the early stages, where for a day or two you get the flu, you feel like you get hit by a bus, you get the fever, the chills, the cough. Some people are getting tummy and lower stomach symptoms,
Mm-hmm.
but basically they're overlapping for the first day or two. But if after a day or two it doesn't get better, that's when we worry about the coronavirus.
Right. All right. Well, I'm gonna be taking those meds that you told me to take, so hopefully that'll clear it out.
All right, my friend. Thank you so much for your help.
Thanks for the info, Doc. I appreciate you, bro.
All right. Great to
Always
see you.
good to
Your
talk.
generation thanks you.
That's right. I'll see you soon.
All right, my friend.
Peace. So that was my doctor, Dr. Nasiri. He's my ear, throat, and nose specialist. He literally works on anybody you could think of in the music industry, in the film industry. He's one of the greatest doctors of all time. So, you know, anything that he says, any advice that he has for all of us, I definitely take into consideration because he's one of the smartest guys I know. So, I think as a generation, us young people, we got to look out for our parents and our grandparents because, like I said, like I know I would feel absolutely terrible if I got my mom sick or my grandparents sick, knowing that I went out and partied and didn't care what happened to me because I'm young and my immune system is perfect and you know whatever. So just don't be careless, don't be stupid. You know, we have a chance right now to stay inside, to learn how to meditate, to you know watch a ton of TV shows that we've always heard about, but we've never really you know given a chance because we've never had the time. Um, this is a time to really get to know ourselves and self-reflect, and you know hopefully come out of this making the world a better place. So you know let's just all be here for each other because it's a real scary time. Nobody knows what's going on. I have no clue. Um, so let's just keep lifting each other up and just take it one day at a time. That's all I can really say. Don't be selfish. Social distancing is very important. Shout out Kyle Dion. I see you, bro. All right, so I'm gonna go eat because I'm starving, but I love you guys. Please take these words into consideration and be safe, be healthy, and I'll see you guys real soon. Peace.